Hi everyone, welcome to my little corner where there's no wrong way to play with paper, and I'm back with another mini swap embellishment where we take our scraps and we make something gorgeous with them. So I invite you to check out the hop list that is in the description of this video, because some of my crafty friends are also doing things with their scraps, and I hope that it'll inspire you. It's a lot of fun. Now I do them for embellishment swap over on Ginger's Corner Facebook group, and I invite you to come and hang out. Sign up for this swap, starts tomorrow, and the goal is just to have a theme. This week's theme is bear hug. Anything with a bear is allowed. You just have to create 4, and then you send them to your captain. All that information is given to you over there on the Facebook group. You can do swaps if you are from Australia, Europe, Canada, New Zealand, and of course the United States. And we will get you paired up with swappers in your area so that you don't pay international swap postage or any of that, and you'll be inspired and meet your crafty friends, because we all have little chat groups and you get to know each other, and it's so much fun. I hope you'll come join. All right, so this week what I have done, the goal is to make some type of 2-layered embellishment. Now that's not a rule now, but it is going to start in January. I've mentioned that a few times, and I'm just trying to prepare everyone, because we only change things once a year, usually the first of the year, and that's going to be a requirement. Now 2 layers could be inking, and it can be a sticker on a tag, and that's 2 layers, the paper for the tag and the sticker. It could be a sentiment with a journaling block. There's so many different ways to make 2 layers. And the only reason we're going to do that is because it is meant to be an embellishment. You're embellishing something. If you have a cut apart and you really like it and you want to ink it up and add a few little stickers or some little Nuvo drops, something, I mean, we try to keep things flat for the mini swap. I encourage you to do that. Just embellish whatever it is that you're creating. Don't just send in just stickers or just a cut apart. Embellish them somehow. So I like to take my scraps, like I said, y'all know that. This is what I am doing today. It is this cute little bear. He has the heart with the star hanging down. Lots of fun. This is a Temu die. I have a Temu affiliate link in the description if you've never used Temu, but by the time I show you guys these dies, they're really rarely ever available. So just put in bear metal die and it'll sometimes come up card making. But just go down the rabbit hole and have fun. Find lots of bear dies. It's a lot of fun if you're interested in that. Okay, so here we go. This is what they turn out to be like. Aren't they cute? I always make one on camera, so we're going to do that. Now, my bears are different colors. Let's see. I have a couple more here. Let me grab this one, because I used my scraps, so I didn't have enough bear scraps to make all the same. So that's what I like to do. First and foremost, we'll start with his little face. Now, I've already inked all these pieces. Inking is an amazing way to embellish. It adds dimension. It is time consuming, but it is definitely worth it. Even when you're doing, like all of my hearts, I did red on red, but I will tell you the difference between how they look right now, you seeing them, and how they looked before is night and day. It is worth doing it. So we're just going to put his little mouth on, and then I'm going to get my pokey tool here. I left it in the die so that I didn't lose his eyes. They didn't misappear on me. They didn't decide to go looking somewhere else and run away. Okay, so let's put his eyes on, just like that. And you don't need a ton of glue, just enough to hold it down. There we go. There's, oops, maybe I need a little more than I had. Oh, because it didn't come out. Smarter than the glue bottle. Sometimes that's a struggle for me. Come on now. I got a little thing stuck on there. There we go. Okay, so let's get some glue on there now. Okay, and we'll put his eye on. Sometimes that glue dries on the end of that bottle and just is being ornery. Now make sure when you die cut things, there is a, for a lack of a better way to say it, a wrong and a right. You will feel a little lip on your oh, what's it called? On your paper. And that's the negative side. Like you want the raised side to push up. I don't know why that is such a big deal, but it really is. It does make a difference. So let's put his nose on. We have all these little parts, and here's his ears. I know it's hard to see against this cardboard, but I don't want all this glue and stuff on my desk. So you'll see it come to life as we put the pieces on here, just like that. And I took all of these little nose and ear pieces, and I took the tiniest little spots on my paper from my scrap of scraps, right? And made the opposite pieces. So all the scraps I had from cutting the large pieces of this is what I made the eyebrows and stuff off. I use every little bit that I can when I can. Okay, so there we go. Then let's see here. We have his eyebrows here somewhere. Here's one. Can you see these little ones? Look how tiny these are. There's his eyebrows. So we're gonna, and the die does emboss where you need to put things. So you're not trying to guess or anything like that. That is one thing I do like about the dies. I have learned on Temu, while those 99-cent dies are cheap, and I use them. I mean, you guys have seen me use them. I am liking the little bit more expensive dies because they just seem to, one, they're a little bit bigger and the parts aren't so small. And two, the embossing seems to be a little bit better on them. Have you guys found that to be true? We're going to put his arm on. Okay. And then what I did is, there is an order to put things. So I usually put one together and then I learn. And that's kind of what I'm coming to do to share with you, right? So if you guys end up buying a die this, you'll think about it. Lots of times, check the eyes. You almost always need to put the eyes on first. Now in this case, not necessarily, but usually if it's an animal, you need to put the eyes on first because the silhouette of the mouth, like on a bear here, this white part, needs to go on top of that or they match up. So just kind of think about those things when you're using your dies and that kind of stuff. Okay, so we're gonna put that here. And then we put his arm on, his body, and now we need to put his body on, okay? And we're just gonna kind of line that up just like so. Now this needs to go because he's holding the heart, so it needs to go on top. And then we are going to take his other arm here, and we're going to place it. Now, this is what helps me. Instead of trying to pick up this tiny piece, I'm going to pick up this piece that I have all together. And I'm just going to line it up and then set it on top of it. It's a lot easier to pick up this piece than it is that tiny little arm, okay? Then we need to put his little footsies on. And we're going to line them up right here. And I know you can't see this, but there is an embossed line right here because that's where his body is going to sit on here. So we're going to run a dab of glue on both. I'm just holding them together with this finger, right? Again, I'm going to pick up the bigger piece and I'm going to lay it on top instead of trying to do it the other way, okay? Now we do need to tilt him just a little bit because we got to put his star on. All right, so next we've got the star that hangs down, and I just took a piece of embroidery floss. That's all I have here. And I'm going to glue this on here, just like so, okay? Jason is putting the recliner up and down. That sounds awful. It's just squeaky. Only my kid. Okay, so then I'm going to trim up my twine just a little bit. I'm going to flip this over. Okay, and now, once again, I would rather pick up this big piece and lay it on top than pick this up. So I'm going to run my glue on the top of here. This is why you always want a piece of scrap, right? And I'm going to pick this up. And I'm going to figure out where I want the star. You don't want it longer than his feet. I mean, the star can't hang down. It won't be hanging if it's laying on the ground, right? And then you're going to set it on top of there and then just push. And right away, do not leave it like that, but right away, pick the whole thing up and flip it over and give it a second to dry. That's one thing about the quick dry glue. Now this is my favorite. I had somebody ask me the other day, Scotch no run tacky glue, my favorite. It is in my Amazon link under adhesives. However, it's getting a little pricey and it's getting hard to buy. It really is. So I do use art glitter glue too. I mean, either one's okay, whatever you like. I have a lot of fun with my bling on my art glitter glue. Okay, so there's that. Let's see here. Then we're gonna punch out the hearts, and that's the last thing we have to do. We just have to put the hearts on the big heart and call it good. Okay, now that we got our hearts, we're just going to, again, there is embossed places on here, and we're just going to put them on just like so. And we are all done. Thank you guys for watching, hanging out with me. I hope that you're inspired to use those scraps. I hope that you enjoy everybody else's example for the week. And come join us tomorrow. Come and sign up and have fun. If you're a first-time swapper, you get to be part of a little special group, and you get an extra little gift for your first couple swaps. We try to encourage you and guide you through it so it's not intimidating. So I really, really hope that you will come join us. I will see you next week. Be blessed. Bye.